On there, internet, Joker Jonesy here. We officially have Marvel Villainous in my hands. Just literally got it right from the FedEx office right there. Or not office, but the carrier. It is here. I just ate lunch to make sure I'm good to go. We're going to unbox this live on stream right now. And I'm doing it in front of the chat, so everyone's going to react to me as I'm going to be showing off everything that's inside of the box right here. So we're going to go ahead and dive right in. One thing I do want to note, I already did the size comparison. This box is essentially the same size as the Worst Takes It All box from Disney Villainous. So the box size is essentially the same. So don't get any too crazy ideas. Here's the back of the box if you folks haven't already seen it already. Some of us have seen it if there's an article. It looks very similar to how the Disney Villainous box looks with the different villain portraits at the top and stuff like that and showcasing the actual art. And we got the same old lovely stickers that I love on my Ravensburger games because they do protect the environment. What is it? Someone asked about the number of cards. I believe there's something around 220 cards in total in the box, if I'm not mistaken. I hope we're all doing good today. You know, here's the thing, Fluffy, is that, and they talked about this on the Perfectly Retro live unboxing, is that these stickers, yeah, they're kind of not great, but they help protect the environment, and if it's protecting the environment, I can care less if I have to yell about stickers. So when in doubt, if you're going to recycle and protect the environment, it's good on me. All right, here we go. Dun, 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 dun. I'm going to put the lid here. So, here's the instruction booklet. Well, what do you know? For those of you who are wanting Loki, he's definitely coming. He is definitely coming. So, everyone, just take that in right now. That's a reveal. So, for those of you who are worried about Loki not being in the game, he's definitely coming. So, there you go. I'm not going to read through the rule book. But, what is it? I'm just going to see if there's anything completely unique in here. Not really anything super crazy. It does seem like they actually have a relatively decent, you know, explaining some stuff in the back right here with how things work, which is cool. I'll go over more of this towards the end. But yeah, there you go. Yeah, the FAQ might have some interesting info. I will look over it more later, but do keep in mind, there is no survey on the back. So I assume that those Marvel villains are probably already picked. So there you go. That is the instruction booklet. I'm going to go put this in the lid. So let's start with how this is all set up. So there's our guides. There's our Infinity Fault. It feels like the same material, maybe a little lighter than what was used for the Cauldron in Disney Villainous. It does actually feel a little better. It doesn't feel like it's going to like chip as easily. That was always kind of one of the big things I necessarily didn't like about the Cauldron was the way that it was built. It just looked like you can kind of chip it easily, but it's a lighter plastic. It still looks really cool though. And all the tokens are actually in this bag, including all of the Hela tokens as well. So, that's all there. Our villain guides are right here. We'll take a look at those here more in a second. Here's all our movers right here. We're actually going to dive into each character at a time. And there we go. I'm actually going to unwrap all the plastic first. So there's all our domain boards right there. I do believe... Ooh! So for those of you who do not know... So, interesting. This is how you open a board. Here's the front. So it's actually a full board. So you actually see the art on the front right here. And then it flips open like this. This actually feels like a harder cardboard. Compared to the realm boards in Disney Villainous. It's not like a huge upgrade, but it definitely feels a little thicker. But this actually makes a lot of sense to actually cover up the specialty thing without having to do too much craziness with the boards itself. So I think this is a really good call. But yeah, the actual right here, it's a little thicker. So keep that in mind. But we'll take a better look at these domain boards here in a second. I'm going to go ahead and try to unwrap all of these cards. Or at least, let's start with the tokens. So here are the tokens. They come in the middle. They come in this portion on the box. Right there. Let's see. Ooh, do they have the fancy little rip apart thing that some things do? Yeah, yes, they do. Hold on. So they got the little side peel things. Will Smithy, I see in the chat. Don't worry. I think I might actually do the Common Fate deck first, if we're being very honest. There we go. So we're unwrapping. Don't worry, I am recycling all of this. I'm just putting it on the floor right now. So we have our Infinity Stones. Interesting note, these actually feel thicker than the Rapunzel tiles. These are actually pretty thick cardboard, which is really nice. Like, when you smack these down, that is actually a hard noise right there. Some of you probably just cringed a little bit as I slapped that down. But there's all of our Infinity Stones. Mind Stone, Reality Stone, Time Stone, Soul Stone, Space Stone, Power Stone. I would go over these, but we've already done so many spoilers about what all the Infinity Stones do. I'm not going to cover them, but I will cover some of the cards that we have not seen with the tiles. Here's Claw. Claw is no different than what we've already seen. You basically defeat him, and then you flip the tile over. But then we have the Challenge of the Throne. So it says, pay 2 power to find Black Panther and either play or relocate him to Warrior Falls. When you defeat Black Panther, reveal Control the Mines. And then there's our Control the Mines card. We've already seen that. All that good stuff right there. Now, this is the rest of the tiles. It is all Ultron right here. So, let's see. We'll save the Ultron tiles for when we cover Ultron, because it looks like we need to set these up in a particular way and for them to make complete sense, because there's already one I'm like kind of confused about personally, but we'll get there. So we're going to save these tiles for when we get to Ultron. Now, I think the one I want to open the most is the Common Fate deck. So wherever that is, we're going to start there. So interesting thing to note, the Common Fate deck is actually not wrapped in any plastic. It is just wrapped around this little plastic piece right here. It's still protected. So here we go. We're going to do one card at a time. So Vision, we've already seen Vision. 4 strength hero. If Vision is in your domain, whenever you gain power, you gain 1 less power. I'm going to actually go ahead and sleeve this as we go. Our next card, Thor. We've already seen Thor. 5 strength with the protector icon. She-Hulk. We've already seen She-Hulk. If She-Hulk is in your domain, you cannot relocate or play to events. She's 4 strength. Nick Fury. So we just recently saw this one. When Nick Fury is played, targeted player loses half of their power rounded up. He's at 2 strength. And it's also the ultimate Nick Fury art. It's not the old school Nick Fury. Iron Man, we have seen Iron Man. Iron Man is 3 strength. If Iron Man is in your domain, whenever you perform an activate action, you must pay 1 power in addition to the activation ability's cost. So, essentially, you know, a general like White Rabbit or Nanny from Disney Villainous right there is what Iron Man is. Kind of interesting. Here he is. I was wondering about this guy. Hulk is 5 strength. When Hulk is defeated, instead of discarding him, place a +1 strength token on him and relocate him to another player's domain. Nothing can be attached to Hulk. Hulk never goes away. Oh my god, that's insane. That's crazy. So you essentially defeat him, and then you move him to a different domain. Oh wow, that's cool. Hawkeye. When Hawkeye is played, you may defeat one of the targeted player's allies at an event. And he's 2 strength. Uh-oh. Interesting thing that we might find out here. Falcon. When Falcon is played, you may relocate a hero with a strength of 3 or less from any domain to his location. So, I will say what I'm about to say once I get through all the cards, but I think I know what's about to happen. Here's Captain Marvel. When Captain Marvel is played, relocate all allies in the targeted player's domain to her location. She has 6 strength. Captain America. We've already seen him. 3 strength. Gives +1 strength tokens to everybody. And guess what, guys? Black Widow. 2 strength. Defeat an ally. Guys, I think the Amazon description lied to us. Spider-Man is not here. So keep that in mind. Spider-Man is not in the Common Fate deck. That is all your heroes right there. No Spider-Man. Interesting. Might need to let Ravensburger know that. I am sad about that, but the art on these cards is still pretty good. I like Hulk specifically. Yeah. Now, what's nice about that, though, is that even though Spider-Man's not here, he will be associated with one of his Spider-Man villains. Definitely that's what it's going to be. So, not a huge deal. That just guarantees that whenever you play with the Spider-Man villain, probably in the future when they get released, he'll be there. So, yeah. We'll get Spider-Man. I wouldn't worry too much. We're going to move on to the events here. So, Protected Vibranium. It's an 8th strength event. When you play an item, you must pay 1 additional power. The reward is you may find an item from your deck or discard pile and put it into your hand. Helicarrier alert. We've already seen this one. Only draw up to 3 cards at the end of your turn. 6 strength, and when you complete it, you draw 3 cards. Lockdown the Raft. You must pay 1 more for an ally, and then when you complete it, you get to play an ally for free. And then Avengers Assemble. When this event is revealed, the current villain must draw a card from the Fate deck and play it on themselves. At the start of each villain's turn, they draw a Fate card and play it on themselves. 10 strength. Yeah. Yeah, what is it? I forget what it's called. Will Smith can tell me in the chat, but Taskmaster does have a Spider-Man clone ally. I forget who it is. I think it's like Blood Spider, if I'm not mistaken. But yeah. Yeah, Avengers Assemble is also 10 strength. Keep that in mind, too. But there you go. That is your common deck right there. This will be included with every single game that you play of Marvel Villainous right there. This core deck. So you will always have this. Alright. I think we should start with my boy Taskmaster. I think it's who we're going to start with. So hold on. Yep. So Taskmaster, as everyone knows, is my most anticipated villain. Here's his mover. We'll actually start with the mover. Still actually does have the skull on the actual shield piece and everything. This still does look very good. I do believe... So I almost cracked the figure. No? Yeah, it's like that. It's just... On the promotional images that they did, was not as clear. Definitely shows the skull a lot better in the figure for Taskmaster right here. So, there's Tasky. Here's the stuff that goes with his deck right here. So all the rest of the decks right here are wrapped in the plastic with this little seal around them and stuff. And the Fate deck cards are included with their wraps. So let's go ahead and do this. Oh, come on. Oh, come on. Oh, shish kebabs. No! No, I'm struggling! Don't worry, we'll get the villain guide out. I mean, the villain guide's kind of worthless right now when I can't even open the cards. There we go. Alright, let's get the villain guide. So, just like all the other Disney Villainous expansions, the villain guides and stuff come in this bag, and it's got the reference sheet right here for all the icons. I won't be going over that because we basically kind of covered that for the most part within everything. Although I will say, these villain guides feel a lot thicker. It definitely seems like they've tried to make it a little bit improvement on these villain guides, because these are like a lot more laminated paper compared to the Disney guides. The Disney ones feel a little more flimsier. These are definitely a lot thicker. Yeah, they come in a bag. Oogie confirmed. I wish. There we go. Taskmaster. So let's open them up. So, as we know, Taskmaster must have 4 allies, each with 5 or more strength, and each at a different location. Cards like Training Academy, Training Dummy, and Anaconda add permanent strength to your allies. Taskmaster's sword gives temporary strength based on location. Temporary boost also count towards having an ally with 5 strength for victory. Relocation. Some training cards require allies to be in the same location to receive a strength benefit, which means you will need to use Relocate or another abilities to move your allies to new locations. Cards like Blood Spider, Jagged Bow, Redeploy, and Shadow Initiative give you extra Relocate actions. Let's see. Let's go here next. Shielding against your allies. Taskmaster's strong allies are key to completing his objective, obviously, but also the best way to defeat characters meddling with the painstakingly crafted plans. Taskmaster has several ways to help allies defeat characters without being discarded. So you got Trainees. Trainees can be removed in place of another ally that would otherwise be vanquished at the same location. So Trainees is a 1 cost, 1 strength ally, essentially. And then cards such as Taskmaster's Shield and Training Academy can be removed instead of an ally if the vanquish occurs at their location. So this talks about the longest text card in the game. Photographic Reflexes allows Taskmaster to copy an effect played by an opponent from their villain deck. After another villain plays an effect, pay 1 power and attach that effect to a Photographic Reflexes. On your turn, use the Activate action to play that effect as if it were your own, then discard it to the original villain's discard pile. Photographic Reflexes may have only 1 effect attached to it at a time. Fate effects cannot be copied by Photographic Reflexes. You must pay for a new effect even if you have one. You must remove the previous effect without using it and replace it with the new one. So you can go through. There you go. So that is how Photographic Reflexes work. Unique Fate cards. Butterball cannot be defeated via a Vanquish action. You must pay 3 power and discard 1 card from your hand to remove him from your domain. Oh, that's annoying. And then Government Work we've already seen and talked about plenty of times with a Taskmaster. So there's Taskmaster's Villain Guide. Let's go run through the cards. Let's start with the villain cards instead of the fate cards. So I'm already seeing some stuff. So, oh wait, no, go away. We were seeing Government Work. So Anaconda, when Anaconda is used in a Vanquish action, place a 1 strength token on each remaining ally you control at her previous location. So here we go. Oh man, I got it. All the sleeving stuff, man. This is going to be complicated. We have Blood Spider. When Blood Spider is played, you may relocate a hero from any location to Blood Spider's location. So you just relocate the hero. Also, both of these have been 2 power, and both of them have been 3 strength. Here's Crossbones. 2 strength, or 2 power, 3 strength. Crossbones may be played from your discard pile, which is we've seen this already. There's been quite a few different cards, at least within Hela's deck, that allow you to play stuff from your discard pile, and Ultron we know has something like that. So Death Shield. Death Shield gains 1 strength for each hero at his location. So that's an interesting little tactic that you can pull. Diamondback. When Diamondback is played, place a -1 strength token on any hero at Diamondback's location. 2 strength, 1 cost. Oh yeah, no. I sleeved all of my original Disney Villainous stuff. I have 1 set of everything being sleeved. So yeah, everything is good. Alright, we got some Trainees. So there's 3 copies of Trainees, and they're 1 power, 1 strength, and instead of discarding an ally used in a Vanquish action at this location, remove Trainees instead. You may not use Trainees' ability if Trainees are involved in the Vanquish action. So essentially, use them instead of the ally there. So there's 3 of these. I'm going to go ahead and sleeve them all. So we have Jagged Bows next. Taskmaster got a lot of allies. Like, I mean, right now, 30-card deck. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 allies right there. We're not done with them. Jagged Bow. After relocating or playing Jagged Bow to an event, you may relocate or play a second ally to the same event for free. Black Ant. Oh, that's cool art. When Black Ant is played, you may play another ally from your hand for free. That's cool. Oh, that's nice. Looks like we're done with the allies. Redeploy. Relocate up to 3 allies you control. So basically just a multi-mass relocate action. 2 power. 2 copies of it, it seems. Here, let me push that in a little bit more. There we go. Shadow Initiative, 1 power. Relocate an ally you control from your domain to another player's domain. Place a 1 strength token on that ally. And looks like there's going to be 2 of those. Hold on a second. Hold on. There we go. My chair wasn't high enough. I was making my arms work too much. Yeah, a lot of allies, man. All that's all stacked up and stuff. So conduct exercise, perform and activate action. So 0 cost. So it seems like Taskmaster's really gonna want to be abusing some of that stuff. Hold on a second. One of my cards wasn't pushed all the way in. That's gonna bother me. So a bunch of conduct. There's several of these conduct exercises. There's 4 of them. Here, I'm gonna, for later's sake. Yeah, there's 4 of these. They're all 0 cost too. Oh, trainer for hire. Also, I gotta give a shout out. Fabio did all the art for these. Fabio's also the person that did the art for Jafar, and the art on this looks fantastic, so I'm not complaining. Trainer for hire. Choose another player. Reveal cards from that player's villain deck until you reveal an ally. Play that ally to another player's domain for free, then gain power equal to that ally's cost plus 1. So you basically are gaining power for playing an ally to someone else's domain, which is kind of cool. I like that. Yes! Taskmaster's Bow. This location gains the Vanquish action. I like it. Taskmaster's Shield. When an ally at this location would be defeated or removed, you may remove Taskmaster's Shield instead. 0 cost. Taskmaster's Sword. All of Taskmaster's allies gain 1 strength while at the same location as Taskmaster's Sword. Training Academy. When a character is vanquished at this location, place a +1 strength token on each ally at this location. Then discard this card instead of discarding any ally cards. I like that. Spidey Swing! I slightly spoiled myself with one of the heroes that are in Taskmaster's deck right there, and I think you guys will be very happy about that. So, Training Academy, and activate, place +1 strength token on an ally you control at this location. Hell looks very interesting to me for sure. Taskmaster, I have a soft spot for Taskmaster just as like a character from all the Spider-Man stuff. Alright, lesson plan. Only 1 of these, and it's a specialty. Find an item or an effect in your discard pile or deck and put that card into your hand. And then Photographic Reflexes. So we've already talked about that. Essentially, when someone uses an effect, you pay 1, you put it underneath this card, and then you can activate to play that card. So there you go. That is Taskmaster's villain deck right there. How does Taskmaster win? You must have 4 allies of 5 strength at 4 different locations. So, hold on a second. There we go. Found by the Avengers. We're going into the fake cards for Taskmaster. And there's the symbol, just to let you know that I'm not crazy. Choose an ally controlled by the targeted villain. Then choose any hero in any domain. Remove both of those characters. So that's interesting. Definitely not good for Taskmaster. And there is 3 copies of this. 4 copies of this. Ooh. We'll take a look at Taskmaster's domain here in a second after we finish the cards. So some of these heroes I don't think I actually know very well. We have Solo. If Solo is the only hero in this domain, in a domain, he gains 2 strength. Interesting. Scott Lang, Ant-Man himself. All allies at Scott Lang's location lose 1 strength. So essentially Caterpillar. It's interesting to see already that these cards are very similar to some of the effects on the Disney Villainous cards, but they are now retooled to fit different goals, which is very interesting. So here's Butterball. Butterball cannot be defeated before moving your villain. Oh wait, Butterball cannot be defeated. Before moving your villain, you may pay 3 power and discard 1 card from your hand to remove Butterball. So that's what Butterball does. Not horrible. So we have 3 copies of Scarlet Spider Clone. When played, find and play the other 2 Scarlet Spider clones to this location. Oh man. So essentially, you're just going to hero stack like this at the location when one of them is played. That's insane. And they're all just going to swarm there. Oh, and I forgot government work. Government work is also in that mess as well. 7 strength. Here we go. That is Taskmaster. Smells like Top Fate action blocking. I agree. So there's the deck. Also, the art on his back is really cool. It's got the sword, it's got the shield, it's got a bunch of knives, and it's got like his hooded, headed figure. I really like it. Dragon Shield sleeves? No, these are, I believe it's like something elf. If Stuntman's in the chat, which I do not know if Stuntman's in the chat, these sleeves are basically known to actually fit in the boxes for Villainous, because most of the other shields and stuff, or the card sleeves and everything, don't typically fit in the boxes. I like to keep everything in the boxes, just me personally, just to keep everything organized. But these sleeves are really good. If you do want to know what those sleeves are, just look up the sleeve stuff in the Discord channel. Everyone's posted about them at some point. You'll find them. Let's take a look at the domain really fast before we hop off of Taskmaster. Nothing too crazy that we haven't seen before. Personally, nothing too crazy. We'll have to see what everything looks like, you know, across all the domains here. But also nice too. This does seem like I'm just holding it in my hand. This lays very flat, so they really made sure that this is going to lay flat on your table, which is really nice. But that's Taskmaster. All right, what do I want to do next? You know what? We're doing Ultron. I want to figure out these tiles. So Ultron's coming next. I'm not going to lie, chat. A lot of you that were been in the Discord have made me very interested in Ultron, and I'm going to actually take a look at him right now. So, making sure that I'm not bumping my mic. I apologize to everybody. So let's go bust open the cards first, and then I'll work on going through the villain guide. To say, I know Will Smith will be excited. Will Smith and Ditto are both excited for Ultron, so. Okay. There are the cards. Want to open a lot easier than last time. So here's Ultron. Special setup. Ultron's upgrades. Ultron has 3 upgrades to go through before he can claim the Age of Ultron, all of which are specialty tiles. All 4 of these tiles have upgrade and their cost printed on their backs and begin the game in a stack with the cost facing up in the specialty area of your domain. So all 4 of these just basically get laid up like this. So just to let you guys know, the backs of these all do say upgrade. They have, if you look at the back of Ultron's art, of his card art. It's essentially the first half of the back, and then the rest of it is just text. So we have Transformation. Remove 2 sentries from your domain to reveal this tile. Age of Ultron specifically says the ultimate specialty must be in play. Says you must pay 12 power to reveal this tile. Ultimate says the optimization specialty must be in play. You must have a sentry in each location in your domain to reveal this tile. Optimization. The transformation specialty must be in play. You must remove a duplicate sentry with 2 impervious alloys attached to it to reveal this tile. So essentially there is an order that goes Transformation, Optimization, Ultimate, and then Age of Ultron. So then if we look at these, Transformation, when revealed, says, when you play Sentry, you may choose a card from your discard pile and add it to your hand. Optimization is, you may treat play cards as a relocate. Ultimate is, before moving your villain to a new location, gain 1 power. And then Age of Ultron is, you must pay 12 power to reveal this tile, and then once it's revealed, also that art is fantastic. I'll zoom in a little bit more. You win the game. Now, this might be answering your question about that Thanos Power Stone thing. Obviously, when you flip to the side, you're going to win the game. So this does say 12 power on it, so I'm pretty sure that 0 power on the Power Stone is just for cheeky goodness. So there you go. That's the 4 tiles. Essentially what we figure based after what we saw. You just complete each one of these upgrades. Once you get to Age of Ultron, you win the game. So, back to the guide. Upgrading Ultron. In order to reveal each upgrade and gain new abilities, you must meet a unique set of requirements. Each upgrade lists the cost to reveal it, which we already figured out, and then you flip it, blah, blah, blah. Ultron must reveal his upgrades in the following order. Already talked about that. Wow, I guessed it. It's like I'm a game designer. Cards like every contingency covered, assembly line, and transformation upgrade will help you find the cards you need to continue to upgrade. So this just talks about all the different upgrades. We've already gone over that. Building an army. Sentries are unique allies and appear only in Ultron's deck. Alchema and Jocasta, I forget how you pronounce her name, the last one, are not considered sentries. So, wow, interesting. She's actually one of the allies in the deck. I'll be honest, I was a little sad to see not looking for a single card in any of them. Impervious alloy is an item you may attach to an ally and make them stronger and more durable. The ally gets +2 strength for each copy of the card attached to it. Impervious alloy can be removed from play only if the alloy or the ally is attached to it is defeated or removed. Unique fate cards. When Wonder Man is defeated, find Vision and play him in the location Wonder Man was in. This double hit of heroes can put a real dent in Ultron's plans. Makes a lot of sense. Because Vision's reducing the cost. Makes it very costly. Jocasta. Is that how you pronounce it? Thanks, Will Smith. I knew who she was, because that was Ultron's old wife. Invasion of Stark Enterprises. While this event is in play, whenever Ultron gains power, he gains 1 fewer power. He may even gain no power when this event is resolved. Ultron immediately gains 6 power when he completes it. Note, if Vision and Invasion of Stark Enterprises are both revealed in Ultron's domain at the same time, only one of them takes effect. If Ultron resolves, defeats, or removes one of them, the other card immediately goes into effect. So only these don't double stack. Only one of them takes precedence. So they don't actually combo off of each other. So, interesting. I like that Vision is still part of Ultron. That thematically just makes a whole lot of sense. So let's go through this. So Ultron right here. Technoforming. Place a +1 strength token on an ally you control. You may even relocate that ally to an event. It's 1 power. So we got another copy of it. So that's 2 copies. So Impervious alloy, just like what we talked about, it's 2 cost and 2 strength plus. This can only go away if the ally was defeated or discarded. It cannot be removed in any shape or form unless that character was discarded. So another copy of it. Yeah, no double Robin Hood. Huh. It's like they learned to not completely destroy people's, stuff. Third copy of Impervious Alloy. Another Impervious Alloy. Ooh, there's a lot of these. We're not even into the normal alloy yet. Assembly line. Reveal cards from the top of your deck until you reveal an ally. Add that card to your hand and gain 1 power. So another assembly line. I'm really digging what Ultron's doing right now. Assimilate knowledge. I like the art on that card. Look at the top 6 cards of the Fate deck, then put them back face down in any order you wish. Wow, that's funny. That's funny. I like that. Another copy of it. Reconfigure. It's 0 cost. It's an effect. Gain 1 power for each location in your domain with at least 1 sentry. So essentially, like an eyelid for furs. Essentially. Yeah, top 6. Top 6. Another reconfigure. Another reconfigure. Seems like this game has a lot of similar effect cards. I'm digging this. A lot more than normal. Every contingency cover, basically scrying minus the ally, just replace it with effect. It's 1 power. Yeah, it seems like the overall power creep has appeared here. Yeah, there's some really cool stuff in here, and it makes a lot of sense because like Taskmaster and Ultron right now seem to have that that bonus stuff. There you go. It's the Ray. Place a -1 strength token on each hero in your domain. It is 2 power. Yeah, something the board just pointed out in the chat that the Fate deck is not going to be as consistent because you're only doing 1 card. There she is, the original wife. 4 cost ally. When Jocasto, however you pronounce her name, is played, you may relocate any hero to any location in your domain. Art on that's actually also pretty cool, too. I like that she's represented here. Yes, I do agree. I like how it's very different from Disney. Here's a heavy attack sentry, and like I called it, they stole my Gaston idea. So essentially, the allies now have the actions, like this one has the Vanquish action attached to it. So I assume we'll see more of that. So we got another heavy attack sentry. Both of these, by the way, are 3 strength and 2 power. Another heavy attack sentry. I think we're getting to the sentries right now. Giant Whoa. Whoa, hold on. Hold the phone. Hold the phone. Look at the power cost right there. Focus camera. Focus camera. 6 power for this ally. He has 6 strength. You may discard 2 other sentries from your hand instead of paying this card's cost. Okay, so it just says discard 2 sentries to order to play it. Mecha Krunk. Yeah, that's exactly. Flying Sentry. If Flying Sentry is at an event, when it resolves, you may relocate this ally to any location in your domain. So essentially, you can save as Sentry. Yeah. Hello, Felicia. Felicia, baby. So that's 2 Flying Sentries. Another Flying Sentry. So there's a lot of sentries here. And then Duplicate Sentry. So something I've noticed with a lot of the other cards, with the other villains, which is based off stuff we've seen. 1 cost, 2 strength, Duplicate Sentry, no additional ability. That seems to be very common amongst all the, at least 3 of the other, or 3 of the characters, Ultron, Thanos, and Hela. Specifically, I've seen this. And I believe the rest of this is just going to be Duplicate Sentries. I'd be having a friend over right now to play test 2-player. I'm not doing that till tomorrow to actually do that in the flesh. So, we have been leaving the events out as they give it as an option in the rulebook. Board, I guess you and I will need to talk afterwards about when we played this game. Curious what your thoughts are on those events. Because honestly, the events really intrigue me personally. All right. Ultron fake cards. Wow, we've been live for like an hour. We're not even done on revealing everything yet. So there's the Invasion of Stark Enterprises. Reward, Ultron gains 6 power. Molecular Rearranger. When Molecular Rearranger is played, choose an item or an ally card in the targeted player's domain. That player must remove all copies of that card in their domain. Ouch. Ouch. Ouch, that's rough. These seem bonkers good. There's a second copy of that. A third copy of that. Oh, dear God. Ultron players, watch out for this card. Deactivation Switch. Attach the activation switch to a specialty. The specialty may no longer be used until the targeted player pays 2 power on their turn to remove the deactivation switch. So another deactivation switch. So I'm gonna put these on a power stone or a stone in general. So Hank Pym. While Hank Pym is in your domain, you may not play or find cards from your discard pile. Mockingbird. When Mockingbird is played, the targeted player loses 2 power. Scarlet Witch. When Scarlet Witch is played, choose a card type. That targeted player must reveal their hand and discard all cards of that chosen card type. Yeah, it's funny. It honestly seems like Ultron's a weird combination of Prince John and Ratigan in a weird way. There's Wasp. Wasp is 3 strength. When Wasp is played, you may relocate any hero from a targeted player's domain to a new location in any player's domain. Wonder Man. I know about that. See, some of these all these characters I knew in this stack right there. When Wonder Man is defeated, find Vision, then play and relocate to Wonder Man's previous location. Or when defeated, my bad, not when played. I gotta keep that in mind. Not the same thing. Okay. Let me make sure all my cards are in order here. Here we go. I'm getting so excited, I'm forgetting to push them all down. That is Ultron. Let's take a look at the domain board. So that's the interesting one right here. So this is the new... This is the first domain that's a little funky. Where the 2 play and the 1 power right there are set up like so. Very interesting. I'm looking here too. If you guys can't see that, that is gain 3 power and fate. Gain 3 power and fate and activate. Dear Lord. Okay. Ultron, everybody. He's weird. Hashtag Fate the Robot. That's what that's gonna be. Hashtag Fate the Robot. Hashtag Fate the Robot. Alright. I'm gonna do Hela next. I want to see Hela. Hashtag Fate the Robot. Alright, here we go. Hela's coming out. So, I have to say, as a huge God of War fan, Hela's deck really just only grabs me because of the art, specifically. There we go. She has no unique tiles, and we do know about her soul marks that are in this bag. What is it? Hey, I was going to go to Target and real fast. Rumor is they started selling them early. Really? Do it. I honestly would do it at this point. Amazon is really screwing the pooch right now. I don't blame them personally. Hello's objective. We already know about this. Yeah, I would say, since you can only Fate with 1 card, I'm really curious how consistent the Fate deck becomes because of the 1 card pulls. I think that's going to be really interesting. Hell's objective. Have a combination of 8 allies and soul marks and no opposing characters at Odin's Vault. Hela needs to have a combination of allies and soul marks to achieve her objective. During the game, Hela will attach soul marks to heroes. After a hero is defeated or vanquished, collect the soul mark and place it in Odin's Vault. Hela needs to collect at least 1 soul mark before she can declare victory. So it is clear that there is one token at Odin's Vault that needs to be there in order to win. Does the Fate deck have any effects at all? The common Fate deck does not. It has no effects at all. The effects are in specifically the different villain decks themselves. That's what's all in the common Fate deck. So, Soul Marks. Soul Marks are attachments placed on heroes through specific card abilities. Soul Marks may only be attached to heroes. Cards like Marked by Death, Leia, Hand of Glory, and Night Sword attach Soul Marks to heroes. A hero may only have one soul mark on them at a time. Some heroes like Boulder, Angela, and Valkyrie are immune to soul marks. There is no limit to the number of soul marks you may have in play. Hela collects soul marks regardless of who defeats a hero with an attached soul mark. She does not collect soul marks when heroes are removed, only when they are defeated or vanquished. Hela's collected soul marks may not be relocated from Odin's Vault. They may not have anything attached to them, nor can they help in any vanquish actions. Goddess of Death. Hela has cards in her deck with abilities that provide a benefit when they are in the discard pile. Hand of Glory. This specialty allows you to find heroes from the Fate discard pile and play them to any domain, with an attached soul mark. The cost of this activate ability is the strength of that hero. While it may be expensive, it allows you to get more heroes with the soul marks into play. Goddess of Death continued. Draugr Swordsman. Draugr Swordsman receive +1 strength for each Draugr Swordsman card in the discard pile. Keep these cards off to the side of your discard pile to help keep track of their strength. If you must reshuffle your discard pile to replenish your villain's deck, your previously discarded Draugr Swordsmen are no longer in your discard pile and do not grant the strength bonus. Desir. Desir may be played from your discard pile. Angela. Angela is 6 strength. This hero removes a soul mark from Odin's Vault when played. She is one of the highest strengths in the game and makes a dangerous opponent if placed in Odin's Vault. We'll look at more what she does later. Conquer Valhalla. We already know about Conquer Valhalla, so we'll cover more of that later. But for now, let's dive into the Hela deck right here. Let's go ahead and separate these out. So we got some Draugr Swordsmen. We've already seen these cards. I'll let you know how many copies there are. It seems like there's 4 just based off how my cards are slid right now. They are 1 cost, and they are 2 strength. Yeah, ditto. If you're going to rush the target, let me know if they're selling it early. I'd be curious. I know I was told that some places may not do that because of corporate stuff. So, Fenris Wolf we've already seen. Also, I gotta give a shout out. The cards for some reason just feel better. Lord, tell me if it's just like my hypeness getting to me, but the cards overall just feel a lot better in terms of their card stock. It's not like a super huge upgrade, but it definitely feels like, at least the printed side where the art is right here, this portion just feels better from a texture standpoint. Fenris Wolf is 2, 2 costs, 3 strength. If a hero is played to a location in your domain, you may play or relocate Fenris Wolf to that location for free. Oh, wow. Some people had their delivery date pushed to tomorrow. Dang. What, for Target? That's crazy. Yeah, they feel higher quality. All right, glad it's not just me. Leia. When Leia is played, you may attach a soul mark to one hero at her location. Yes, the World Serpent. Midgar Serpent. When performing a Vanquish action, Midgar Serpent may be used to defeat each character with a strength of 5 or less at its location. So essentially just a double, like, whammy Vanquish card. I like that. Yeah, same with the board tokens. Yeah, no, I agree. All this feels good. I haven't actually felt the tokens in here, so maybe we'll do that towards the end. But definitely the quality of this game is definitely, like, increased a lot. Actually, Board, when we get to Thanos, are you aware of the misprint in one of his decks? So here's a Desir. Maybe play from your discard pile. 2 cost, 3 strength. A Snake Am I an ally? That's funny. So seems like there's going to be 3 copies of Desir. Death's Embrace. 0 cost. We've already seen this. Relocate a hero with an attached soul mark to Niflheim. Okay, I was curious. So there's 1, 2, 3 copies of Death's Embrace. Hail to Pay. 2 cost. Choose a hero with an attached soul mark in your domain. Perform a vanquish action to defeat that hero. Marked by Death. Choose a hero in a domain with a soul mark. Attach a soul mark to that hero. Yeah, we'll cover what we're talking about with Thanos once we get to his deck, because I'm actually curious, because I don't know if it's the early copies, but to the reviewers. But we'll find out. So essentially, Marked by Death is the core way to put soul marks onto heroes. It seems like there are 5 copies of this. Hope you guys are enjoying the stream. I'm having a lot of fun right now. This is really awesome to be able to share this experience with all of you. Seriously. And also, I wish I could show it off, but I am wearing a Spider-Man t-shirt. I'll actually jump back in the other camera once we're done. Price of Life. This is a new card we haven't seen. It's 0. Choose a hero with an attached soul mark in another player's domain. Remove the soul mark from that hero. Then gain power equal to that hero's strength. Interesting. So it's a unique way to basically sacrifice a soul mark to gain power. I like it. Alright, Soul for a Soul. Choose a hero with an attached soul mark in any domain and remove that hero. If you do, you may defeat a hero in Hela's domain. Hela seems really technical. I think she just seems very Vanquish heavy, honestly. Very much like, compared to the other 2 decks, like there were some vanquishing tools, but like this is probably the most Vanquish heavy deck I've ever seen in Villainous so far. Like everything right here is talked about like defeating or being able to basically go back out and defeat. And once we take a look at the realm, it's very obvious. Yeah, this is Villainous built for tabletop gamers. I agree. Night Sword. Attach a soul mark to any hero without one at this location. I like that. So you get 2 of them. And then there's going to be 2 specialties at the end here. Hand of Glory. Choose a hero from the Fate discard pile, pay the power, and then you can play them and attach a soul mark to them. It's 2 costs. It is a specialty. And then, oh, we got 2 more, actually. So, Hela's Bidding. Yeah, didn't Hel have 2 Vanquish actions, too? Yes, we'll get there. Each time another player defeats a hero with an attached soul mark, you gain 3 power. And then Raise the Dead. Draugr Swordsman may be played from your discard pile to your domain. Interesting thing to note. Hela, specifically, cannot, it seems, relocate her own allies to other domains, but she has the ways to move heroes and play them, essentially, again, which I find very interesting. So, keep that in mind, because we saw that with Taskmaster. We did not see that, I think, with Ultron. We'll find out. So, alright, here we go. We're going through the Fate deck right here. So, Fate intervenes. Shuffle the targeted player's discard pile into the villain's deck. It's Flounder. It's Flounder. There's 2 copies of this. So, Revive Souls. We've already seen this. Basically, take a hero in the Fate discard pile and play it to the targeted player's domain. We've already seen Odin Force. That's the next card. Essentially, that player gets the Protector symbol. It's an item. Eat the fish! Eat the fish! And there's only 1 copy of that of Odin Force, too, by the way. There's not any more. So there's Angela. Soul marks may not be attached to Angela. When played, remove a soul mark from Odin's vault. So it's not that bad. It's just 1 soul mark. Boulder. I'm not used to seeing Boulder like this if you play God of War. Soul marks may not be attached to Boulder. When played, remove a soul mark from any 1 hero. Oh, almost flipped it off. So you get to remove soul marks from heroes when he's played. Valkyrie, just can't attach the soul marks to Valkyrie. Oh, there's multiple. So it's the Valkyrie Ore. That's what it is. I thought it was the weird pronunciation. And then Conqueror of Valhalla. You may not play, find, or access any cards in your discard pile. Hela may immediately attach soul marks on all heroes in all domains who don't already have one. That's the reward. And there we go. This is awesome. This is a lot of fun. This is gonna be awesome. I cannot wait to play. Really excited. And ditto, let me know if Will is able to get a copy, because if you guys get your copy, I'm totally down to try to live stream some live games tonight if you guys are up for it. So there's Hella's deck. Here's the domain. So yeah, is it weird it doesn't include Odin? Ditto, I'm pretty sure if Odin's not in there, Loki. Think about that. Loki's coming. Think about that. So the only unique thing that's really in Hella's domain that's new is the fact that there's 2 different Vanquish actions. One at the bottom at Niflheim, one at the top at Hell. Everything else kind of looks pretty standard. So, yeah, I was going to say, that explains why Odin's not here, because Odin's going to definitely be part of Loki when he's coming. So, I bet a lot of Loki fans are happy. I'll tell you that much. Alright. We're doing Thanos. I want to see about this bug in the printing. Oh no. You guys are working tonight? Well, I'll see. I'll see how late I want to stay up. We'll find out. Are we going to play Zoom matches? I would like to. Board, if you're still around, if you want to play some Zoom games on stream with me, man, you just need to hit me up. I will do that in a heartbeat today. I will do that. 2 shakes. Are we going to do Zoom matches? I think we're going to do Zoom matches in combination to TTS this week. It kind of depends on how fast I can put together the TTS mod. But we're going to start with Zoom matches, and then we'll go into TTS once everything we're good to go. I would actually like to play this more in Zoom if I can, if people are around to do so and have the equipment to do it. Because lucky enough, I have a work account that allows us to do long Zoom recordings. So we already basically know about Thanos' Infinity Stone, so I won't go over that too much right here. This right here is also the same for the most part. So collecting the Infinity Stones, we've also kind of already talked about. I won't go over that. A targeted villain takes a random Infinity Stone from the unclaimed pile. The villain receiving the stone attaches it to an ally and may activate it immediately. Okay, so it's not that big of a deal. We already know about Adam Warlock and sacrifices must be made. I won't go too much into right there. No, I don't take requests. I take people that I know personally to do this. That's what I do. Just jumping into the Thanos Fate deck. We know how it works. You got to go find stuff. Really? I'm down. If you want to do it today, I'm totally into it. I want to play Taskmaster. So, I know you've been working on Thanos as well. Let's go look at this. Yes! Already digging the art. Black Dwarf. When Black Dwarf cannot be defeated or be played or relocated to events. He has 3 cost and 6 power. Corvus Glaive, 3 cost, 4 strength. When Corvus Glaive is relocated to another player's domain, you may also relocate one of the legions of Thanos ally to his location. It's weird because I just watched Infinity War, and like seeing these guys again is really cool. Ebony Maw. If Ebony Maw is part of a vanquish action by Thanos to defeat an opponent's ally with an attached Infinity Stone, he is not discarded. Legions of Thanos. 1 cost, 2 strength. We'll see how many of these there are. Seems like there's a lot of them. I gotta make sure I move my mic. I keep trying to hit it. There's Proxima. I was wondering where she was. So Proxima Midnight. There you go. I was wondering if she was going to be here too. When played, defeat a character with a strength of 3 or less at Proxima Midnight's location. Black Swan. The one I was wondering if it was going to be here. If Black Swan is at the same location as an Infinity Stone, she gains strength equal to the strongest ally not under your control at her location. I like that. She is 2 cost, 1 strength. Alright, so, a small price to pay. Gain 1 power plus 1 additional power for each other villain who controls an Infinity Stone. So we got 1, 2, 3 copies of this. So we got Consult the Well. We've already seen this. 2 cost. Choose another player. That player receives a random unclaimed Infinity Stone. Once played, you may relocate an ally to that location. Oh, there we go. Oh, man, look at all the sleeves. Oh, look at all the sleeves. I love me some sleeves. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4 copies of Consult the Well. So Warp Reality, there seems like there's 2 of these. Search your discard pile for an effect to put it in your hand. Makes a whole lot of sense because you want to be able to grab back those Consult the Wells. Deliver Judgment is the next card. 3 cost, choose a location with an Infinity Stone. Relocate up to 2 allies you control to that location and place a +1 strength token on each of your allies at that location. That's pretty strong. The Mad Titan, question mark on the cost. Choose a character you do not control in the same location as one of your allies. Defeat the character. The cost to play the Mad Titan is equal to the strength of the defeated character. Yeah, no, I was going to say, Power Stone's cost is just a joke. Yeah, so I'll actually show this off really fast. So Taste of Cosmic Power is a misprint. So you'll notice that the cards themselves, they're all the same, but 2 of them are items, 1 of them is effect. If you read the card, it says place a +1 strength token on an ally you control. That ally may immediately vanquish a character at this location with equal or lesser strength and not discard it after this vanquish action. I assume these are supposed to be played as an effect, but these are printed as an item. Ravensburger has already stated that if you email their customer service, it will take a few weeks, but they will actually replace these cards with the effect ones with need be. So keep this in mind, folks. When you are playing Thanos, Taste of Cosmic Power is supposed to be an effect at all times. So we'll go ahead and put these. So actually, believe it or not, I'm probably going to go ahead and email their customer service line after I get done with the stream. Just so I have that on the back burner and just get that ball rolling. So, Space Throne. Location gains the relocate. Makes a lot of sense. Death's Favor. You may perform an activate or vanquish action when you move to this location. It is an item. I like that. I like that a lot. So there you go. Alright, I know the Guardians of the Galaxy are in this Fate deck, and I'm very excited about that. So that's Thanos' deck right there. Let's get to the Fate deck. What did it cost? A targeted villain must discard 1 card from their hand for each Infinity Stone they control, up to the total number of cards in their hand. So there's 3 of these. The stone is found. Choose a villain other than Thanos. That villain receives an unclaimed Infinity Stone. Once played, they immediately take it and activate the stone for free. Art on this is really cool. All them reaching towards an Infinity Stone. 3 copies of this. And now we're getting to the heroes. Please, God, give me my Guardians. Please, 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 please. Pretty please. Cherries on top. Alright, how many are there? No! He's not here? So not all the Guardians are here. Adam Warlock. Thanos cannot win the game if Adam Warlock is in Thanos' domain. Drax the Destroyer. At least 2 allies must be used to defeat Drax the Destroyer with a vanquish action. 5 strength. Gamora. When Gamora is played, defeat a character at her location. If that character is an ally of Thanos, place 2+1 strength tokens on Gamora. Nebula. When Nebula is played, the targeted player loses power equal to the number of Infinity Stones that they control. Place a number of +1 strength tokens on Nebula equal to that power. And then sacrifices must be made before moving. For each of Thanos' allies in play, you must either pay 1 power, discard 1 card from his hand, or remove the ally. Yeah, was it Fluffy in the chat says possible Guardians of the Galaxy villain? I guess maybe Ronan's coming. I guess Ronan's coming then. Am I a huge fan of that? I'm not sure. But, I mean, as long as we get Star-Lord as a hero, that's all I care about. Because that would, I mean, like, that's who it would be, right? It would be Ronan, I guess. Yeah, Rocket, yeah, it's Rocket and Groot, where are you? I was looking because I was like, how many more heroes are? I was like, oh, no. Oh, no. That is not all of them. That is definitely not all of them. Yeah, movies are huge. Alright. Let's take a look at Thanos' board. Nothing too crazy. Seems pretty straightforward for the most part. Yeah, it might be Ego. If you're getting Galactus, that would be safe for Fantastic Four. You'll have Silver Surfer in there. But yeah, there you go. Thanos. And last but certainly not least, Killmonger. I have so much recycling I have to do. Let's get the guide out. So, take control of the mines and relocate 2 explosives to any domain other than your own. Stack the claw tile on top of control the mines tile. Place this stack over the top of the 2 actions at the Golden City location in Killmonger's domain. Killmonger's Vendetta. To achieve Killmonger's objective, you must complete each task in order as part of the multi-step mission. You first must defeat Claw. Claw's arrival, a special tile type unique to Killmonger, only can affect Claw. No other villains can target, remove, or defeat Claw. Cards targeting characters can also target Claw. You may also perform vanquish actions on Claw. Only Claw is defeated. Once Claw is defeated, you flip the tile over to reveal a challenge for the throne and move the stack to the specialty area of your domain. Doing this uncovers the actions previously blocked by Claw. Challenge of the Throne. Challenge of the Throne is a specialty tile. You need to activate it and pay 2 power to find and play Black Panther to Warrior Falls. If Black Panther is already in play, relocate him to Warrior Falls. You must use the Control the Mind's activated ability to relocate the explosives to an opponent's domain. This is the only way to perform this part of the mission. When relocated, explosives are moved to the bottom of the opponent's domain and do not block any actions. You still control explosives in an opponent's domain. If Black Panther is in your domain, flip the Control the Mines to the other side. Once Black Panther is defeated, removed, or relocated out of your domain, flip the tile back over. The Warrior's Way. Killmonger has a few allies and is needed to rely on other means to get rid of heroes in his way. Killmonger's Fury, we already know about that. It's basically Snake and Eye. Spend 2 power to defeat a hero that's 4 or less at that location. Rage of Kiluna. The specialty helps you find Killmonger's Fury and add it to your hand. Armored Rhinos. The specialty helps you reduce the strength of heroes by 1, making Killmonger's Fury more effective. Explosives. While these items are needed to complete your objective, you may also remove them to defeat characters at their location. So it doesn't specify how they're removed. Board, if you can explain to me how the explosives work, that'd be great. Unique fake cards. Wakanda Forever is an effect card that brings Black Panther back into play, even if he has been removed or defeated. If Wakanda Forever is played while Black Panther is already in play, replace a +1 strength token on him, then relocate him immediately to any location in Killmonger's domain. Black Panther stops Killmonger from controlling the mines and moving explosives. Other villains may relocate to him from Killmonger's domain. While the event is active, Killmonger may not play any items, even if he controls the mines. So there we go. Yeah, because that wasn't... let me go read the tile again really fast. So maybe that'll help. I want to understand this a little. I want to... As the teacher in me wants to learn. Look, control the mines. Relocate explosives to another... If Black Panther... Okay. Relocate explosives to another player's domain. If Black Panther is in your domain, flip this tile over. When you defeat, remove, or relocate Black Panther while he's in your domain, flip this tile over. So wait, so... Don't the explosives say to discard them? Oh, wait, hold on. Find Black Panther and either play or relocate him to Warrior Falls. When you defeat Black Panther, reveal, control the mines. Okay, I'm still really confused. So what? So because here I'm gonna pull out what I'm gonna find the card. I'm already seeing cool stuff in here. Ah, it's funny. So remove this item to defeat up to 2 characters at this location. Explosives cannot defeat characters with a strength of 5 or more. So when do you discard the card? That's the thing. What is it? Do you just remove it on your turn? I guess that's the question. Because it's not clear when you're supposed to remove it. Because Control the Mind says relocate explosives to another player's domain. Unless there's a card in here I haven't seen yet that I probably need to read. So you can remove whenever. Oh jeez. All right, let's dive into this. Dogs of War. You may play Dogs of War to another player's domain, like straight up to another player's domain. Wow, that's insane. Really? So you can just do it whenever. That's busted. So 1 copy, 2 copy, 3 copy of Dog of War. We have King. When King is played, you may relocate an item you control in your domain to his location. Knight is 3 strength, or 3 cost, 5 strength. Man, these strength values on these cards are nuts. Yeah. Rook. When one ally would be defeated at Rook's location, you may remove Rook instead. Yeah, it's part of his goal. So yeah, I was going to say, because you don't necessarily want to do it unless it's like a last-minute resort. I assume you probably want to do it on like when you're trying to really need to defeat Black Panther or something like that. So Wakabi, your power cost to use an activated ability is reduced by 1. Cannot be played if claws in your domain. That makes a lot more sense lower the board, just like from a balancing standpoint. Execute plan. Perform an activate action. Cost 1. So there's 2 of these. Killmonger's Fury. Essentially Snake Eye. Defeat a character with a strength of 4 or less in your domain. Minus the actual location requirement. So you just defeat them. That's fine. It's fine with me. So there's 1. It looks like there's 4 copies of Killmonger Fury. Doesn't have a lot of allies, so it seems like Killmonger is going to actually be defeating more heroes on his own terms with Killmonger Fury. So Taunt. Relocate any character in your domain to a different location in your domain. Got it. That makes sense. So Explosive. So yeah, Lore of the Board is saying there's only 3 of them. So that makes a lot of sense that you really don't want to discard it. It's very much like a last-minute emergency resort thing. So 2 cost. Remove this item to defeat up to 2 characters at this location. Explosives cannot defeat characters with a strength of 5 or more. So technically, in theory, if Black Panther is in your domain, he cannot be defeated. Yeah, smallest ally pool, absolutely. But it seems like he's got some vanquishing tools to work out with it. So we got Hacking Rig. You cannot activate Hacking Rig if you have the most power. Gain power equal to half the amount held by the player with the most power rounded up. That's weird. Weapons Cache. On your turn, you may pay up to 3 power. For each power you pay, reduce the strength of any character at the same location as Weapons Cache by 1 until the end of the turn. Interesting. And there is 1, 2, 3. There's 4 of these. Dang. What is it? When wound is played, attach it to a character you do not control in your domain. That character loses 2 strength. Interesting. So yeah, so that would basically mean like Killmonger himself cannot defeat Black Panther unless you wound him. With using do you have to? Hold on, I was looking at this. When you defeat, remove, or relocate Black Panther while he's in your domain. So you can use the Vanquish action if you choose to, but it's probably a lot easier if you just wound him. So Armored Rhino, heroes at Killmonger's location lose 1 strength. Killmonger looks a lot more interesting than I thought he was going to be. I'm impressed. Heart-shaped herb. Gain play a card. Cannot be played if claws in your domain. So essentially Jalopy. Overpower is 2 strength. Place a +1 strength token on all allies in your domain, so it makes them buff. We got some specialties here. Before moving your villain, you may discard a card from your hand to find Killmonger's Fury and add it to your hand. Stolen Wisdom. If you have 3 or fewer cards in your hand at the end of your turn, instead of drawing cards, you may reveal cards from your deck until you reveal 2 items. Add those items to your hand. I was going to say, so we haven't even gone over the rule book yet, which I probably will not do in this video, or this stream right here. But yeah, there you go. Who are you most excited about? Oh, Taskmaster. Taskmaster has always had a special place in my heart over the years as a villain. I think he's just a really cool villain. I'm really a fan of like mercenary villains personally. I'm a very big fan of them. So, let's go over the fake cards. Black Panther. Black Panther gains 2 strength while it is in Killmonger's domain. 4 strength by default. I have no idea how to pronounce this full name, so I'm going to just call it Dora. Has a protector symbol. Only other card with a protector symbol right now in the game right now, and there's 2 of them. So Everett Ross. When Everett Ross is played, you may remove an item from the targeted player's domain. Hatut Zeriz. When Hatut is played, choose an ally with the strength of 2 or less, or an item in the targeted player's domain. Then return it to their hand. There's 2 of them. So Akoi. When Akoi is played, find Dora, and then play that card to the same location. So it's one of those. So that's pretty good. Basically fetching that out. We have Shuri. When Shuri is played, remove an item from the targeted player's domain and place +1 strength tokens equal to the cost of the item in Shuri's right there. Wakanda Forever. Find Black Panther and either play or relocate him to Killmonger's domain. If Black Panther's already there, you place a +1 strength token on him. And there's 2 of those. And then we have Stolen Antiques. Killmonger cannot play items. And then when it's defeated, you may find any item in his deck or discard pile, then play it immediately for free in his domain. It's Killmonger. We're almost done here. We'll show you the way of Wakanda's true face. So, nothing too crazy here in terms of the domain. Nothing like super outputting. There you go. That is it right there. That is the unboxing of Marvel Villainous right there. I guess one last thing we'll do is we'll take a look at the figures. I'm really digging, was it Killmonger's right here? He looks really cool. Also, I saw Lord of the Board point this out earlier. These are not made of the same material as the normal movers. These are actually hollow. They feel a lot lighter. They aren't made of like the same gelatin stuff. These feel definitely not the same. Definitely a different, like instead of like the see-through style that Disney was going for, these are a lot more hard and metallic looking. They are definitely a lot lighter. Definitely a different feel. They still look like, you know, a mover from that series, but they definitely feel a little different, per se. So, but okay, we'll go ahead and put the cards back. Hopefully they all still fit, even after I sleeved all these things. Might have to do a little finagling. Oh wow, they might not actually fit with the sleeves. Oh no. Oh no, this is not good. Not good at all. Hold on, we'll make it work. I'll just put the tiles in the big thing. There we go. That should do it. And I'll put the tiles in this thing because I'll just put it in the top of the box. But yeah, I've suffered making room. Yeah, that's what's nice about these card sleeves that Stuntman pointed out to me is that these actually relatively fit in the box pretty well. I'm gonna hopefully be able to put this all in here and not worry too much. But that is the unboxing right there. I think the last thing we'll do here is I'll just take a quick glimpse through the guide and just kind of, or the rule book, and to see if there's anything super standoutish that I need to point out to everybody. But yeah, thank you all for tuning in to the unboxing. There you go. I think this should work. I should be able to get this to work. Stack these all up. There we go. This'll do. This'll work. So I'll take a quick glimpse through. See if there's anything super unique that I need to pay attention to. So types of actions, strength, discard cards, relocate, types of cards, ally, event, fake cards, game modes. Here we go. So the card actions here. So if a card instructs you to reveal cards, you must show those cards to all players. If the cards are in your hand, show those specific cards to your opponents, then return them to your hand. When revealing cards from your villain or fate decks, turn the cards face up as you draw so all players can see them. Reveal cards. Oh, wait, no, hold on. Once you finish revealing cards, shuffle all unchosen reveal cards back into the deck. Even if you ever need to reveal a card from a villain or fate deck when it's empty, shuffle its discard pile to form a new deck. Look. If a card instructs you to look at cards, either from your villain deck or fate deck, you may look at them privately, keeping them secret. If you ever need to look at a card from a deck when it's empty, shuffle its discard pile to form a new deck. Bind. If a card instructs you to find a specific card or card type, you must take a specified card or card type from wherever it is, then follow the rest of its instructions on the card, initiating the find action. When finding a card or card type, first check to see whether it is already at the location in the domain or at an event. If so, remove it from the location. If the card is not already in the domain, search the appropriate discard pile. If it is not in the discard pile, search the appropriate deck, reveal the card to your opponents, then shuffle that deck. Okay, interesting. So, and then defeat, they specify that now, so that is really nice. This is what I was expecting. Defeat and remove actually have specific things. So for us that we've been playing Disney Villainous that have had issues with like when the character is removed and stuff like that, defeat and remove have been talked about. And then they have a whole page for Thanos and his Infinity Stones. I will not go into that because it seems very specific. But there you go. That is Marvel. It's not going to fit perfectly, but I'll make it work. That is the unboxing of Marvel Villainous. I hope you folks enjoyed this unboxing. You know, stay tuned on the channel and the Twitch channel. We'll definitely be playing a lot of Marvel Villainous this upcoming week. And I hope you folks will tune in. So stick around, everybody.